All right, hello, and welcome to Stamp with Shel. My name is Shel Anderson, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Sorry, had a little bit of feedback there. All right, we are going to continue our I still have feedback. Hang on while I see if I can take care of that. There we go. No sound now. All right, so we are going to continue my Stamp with Shel series for the month of October. It's called Sketchy October. And each day I am going to provide you with a sketch. And basically I just took all the stamp sets that I owned and I just started writing on the back of these, so I don't even know until I get to the day what stamp set I'm using. So today's sketch is here. I'm hoping it's all fitting in the camera. It is the, and the stamp set that I am using with this is the Christmas Barn stamp set. So I'm just going to put these off to the side and I'm going to bring in some bits and pieces and we will get started on our card. First off, I should tell you that the DSP that I've chosen today is the Boughs of Holly Christmas paper. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. And my card base today is Mossy Meadow. And of course, as usual, I have a liner for the inside of my card so that I have a nice place to write my greeting. And this one happens to be 3 3/4 by 5. Now, on the outside of my card, I have chosen this tree background paper. And that is going to be the first matte layer on our sketch. And I'm just going to center that up in the middle of that panel. Now, next off, we have a vertical piece, and I've chosen this piece of paper. It's kind of almost like a camouflage print, but it's just basically Christmas colors all mushed together. So I'm going to use that, and I'm putting that right flat because there's no cardstock behind it. And this is only DSP. I can't use dimensionals just on DSP. Well, I could, but I'd have to put a ton of them to support it well. All right. Now we have a piece that's going to go across our card, just below center. And I have chosen a piece of the same as the card base, the Mossy Meadow cardstock. And I was going to emboss that, but there are so many layers to this one that I chose not to. Okay, that's why, because this card is actually going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers as is. Now, next off, for my focal image, I have chosen to die cut the largest stitch square from the Stylish Shapes dies. This is going to be my focal image. And I've chosen to mat it on a 3 by 3 square of the Mossy Meadow. And I just did this. This wasn't in the sketch. I just did this because I happened to have this piece left over. And I should not have put that on there right away. I'm going to pull that off. I just messed up my plan. Now let me find my silicone mat and we will fix that. Okay, I am going to bring in a blending brush And I'm going to start with some balmy blue ink. And I'm just going to load this up, tap off the excess, and I just want to add some color to the sky portion of this. So it doesn't have to be even, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to have a little bit of color. So I am happy with that. And my silicone mat came to the rescue there. As you can tell, nothing sticks to it. I can just put some more adhesive on this, and then we will remat it. And nobody's gonna know. All right, there we have it. I'm gonna bring our card back in, and now this is going to be adhered somewhere right about there. And once again, I'm putting it flat, no dimensionals. I need to be able to fit this card in an envelope. All right, so something like that. Now, as you can tell, this piece of paper that I thought was going to be a little bit too much has just simply blended in because there's so many layers on here. All right, we're going to set that aside, and I am going to bring in my Christmas barn that I have pre-stamped in the Manitoba black ink. And you will notice that I have colored the roof in light smoky slate, and I've colored around all the doors and windows as well. Other colors that I've chosen to bring in here are light and dark cherry, dark real red, light soft suede, and light mossy meadow. Right now we're going to work on our reds. And I am going to take the dark cherry cobbler, and I'm going to take the smallest tip, and right under the roof overhang, I am going to add some dark cherry cobbler. And you're probably thinking, wow, that's dark, Shelly. And yes, it is. It really is. But that's okay. I'm also going to add, no, I'm going to ignore that. Let's do it anyway. Underneath each of these upper windows and this one here, I'm going to add the dark as well. Okay? Now I'm going to take the light cherry, the small end, and I'm just going to color the image. And I'm just going to blend that dark and I may have to add a little bit more dark. We'll see. I did some of this pre-coloring before the video of the other elements because I didn't really think you guys needed to see me do it all. And I just like to use little circular motions to blend this all together. The only time that becomes difficult is when there's a straight edge. Around these windows and doors. Alright. Now down in these doors, you're going to need to put a little bit of red, or cherry I guess it is. to fill those in. And inside those windows, I'm just dotting basically with the marker in these smaller areas, just to get a little bit of color in there so they're not white. And if you're wondering where I got the colors from my barn, I went online. And typically these barns are either red and white or cherry and silver. So that's where I got my color combinations. And I just put that dark cherry in the areas where there would be shadows under the windows, under the doors, and under the roof overhang. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to grab this and go back in here a little bit. And I see a couple of windows where I missed some spots. We'll just touch those up. We're going to call that done for today. That's as difficult as we're going to get. Now I'm going to bring in my Wink of Stella, and I am going to add some sparkle, hopefully, to the snow. And I know that's hard for you guys to see. I'm hoping the camera's picking that up. I'm just adding that Wink of Stella all over. All right, now we're going to bring our card back in, and we're going to build a little scene. Now you see how that little bit of blue at the top of the card just kind of, in my opinion, makes it. And I'm going to sit that something like that, and I'm going to glue that flat. Just want to make sure that I'm not worrying about it matching the bottom of this piece, because you'll never get it to match. I just want my barn to be straight. Okay? And I'm going to go something like that. And then I have pre-colored the little wreath, and I'm going to get that cherry marker, the light cherry, and I'm going to color the center portion of this wreath. And you're probably wondering why I did that. It's because I'm going to put it on the barn here, and the barn would be showing through, right? Now, if I could find my pencil, I'm also going to add a few vertical lines in here. I know it's probably hard for you guys to see that, but that would mimic the siding on the barn. All right, I am going to just put some glue on here, and I'm going to put that big wreath in place, like so. Now I have a tree that I thought we could bring in, and I thought I'd put that one on some dimensionals just to give this a little bit of interest. We'll put 3 dimensionals. And I'm also going to put a little drop of glue on the bottom of the trunk, just so that it doesn't get ripped or bent. I'm just going to sit that right there. Pretty cool. Lastly, I have this greeting that I pre-stamped, and I just took this out of the same set, stamped it in Memento Black. Oops. And I'm going to put this on dimensionals down here at the bottom. Actually, I'm going to put it over to the side here. I might put a bow on the other side. Just going to line that up there. Now, let's see what I can find for some ribbon. That's real red, but I'm going to need something in the cherry family, I believe. Let me see what I can find. I have a ton of ribbon here. There's some left over from last year, but I don't think I want that. I just want a plain cherry or even a mossy meadow ribbon. There's a cherry cobra in gold, but that doesn't do it for me. Let me see what I can find. We do never really know. I guess I should have looked for this before the video, but you know me, I stamp on the fly, so I really don't know what I'm doing until I do it. I have some mossy meadow trim there. I think that might be the way we're going to have to go today. Just bring in some of this mossy meadow trim. Oops. See what I can do here. See if I can double wrap this. And go back up on the inside. Let's have a look here. I'm going to cut some of this off so that I can work with it. See what I can do. I just need to make sure everything is nice and flat. I don't want it twisted. And it is twisted. Let's start on the front. There we go. That one's straight. That one's straight. Flip it over. And now let's watch me wrestle with this. That's usually what happens. Alright, I'm going to give this a little tug. I want the bow down at the bottom. Alright, let's see what I can do. Typically, if I tie my bows upside down, they seem to work better for me. And that's not too shabby for a first attempt. I don't think I am going to mess with that too much, to be honest. There we go. And there, my friends, is our Christmas card following this sketch. How cool is that? I love, love, love that Christmas barn. And I think just by adding that little bit of blue to the sky, it just made it so it's not quite so stark. Might have been able to add a little bit of like a Sahara sand or something down here at the bottom, but I didn't think about it at the time. Anyway, that's our sketch card for today, October 4th. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all real soon. Bye-bye for now.